Man, doing this quest with Protect from Melee makes it an absolute cakewalk. I remember having to do this where you, like, you know, safe spot or flinch the Khazard Warlord to get the Orbs of Protection, but yeah, Protection from Melee definitely coming in clutch there. Tree Gnome Village completed, 2 quest points, 11.4k attack XP, Spirit Tree access. That's really what I came for. The idea here is to get as many transportation methods unlocked. That way when I am completing quests, I am completing them, you know, as quickly as I possibly can be. Alright, and as we place the urn inside of the chalice, we have completed the legendary waterfall quest, giving us 13.7k attack and strength XP, diamonds, gold bars, and myth seeds, jumping us up to 31 strength and 36 attack. That is beautiful. And since I am already here, I am going to go ahead and start killing fire giants in the hopes that I can snag myself a rune scimitar for when I inevitably reach 40 attack after I complete these next rounds of quests. Okay, so I did switch over to Zamorak Warriors because they have a 1 in 50 drop rate compared to the 1 in 128 drop rate that fire giants have. And on kill 17, we did acquire the rune scimitar. Beautiful. This is going to come in very handy because my goal right now is to get a bunch of quests knocked out of the way that will level my combat stats, and then I will probably start AFKing at the Gemstone Crab over in Varlamore to get some more combat experience and then also pick up some gems. Alright, now that we have murdered a dog and freed some prisoners, let's go ahead and turn in the Fight Arena quest. 12.1k attack XP, 2.1k thieving, and 1,000 coins. You love to see it. Gives us level 40 attack. We can now wield the rune scimitar we just went and got. Alright, and after dipping our meat in some strange liquid, we have completed the Druidic Ritual quest, unlocking the Herblore skill and giving us 250 Herblore XP, which I believe gets us to level 3. We can instantly start making attack potions, which is awesome. I needed to get Druidic Ritual out of the way because the next quest I have on my list is Recruitment Drive, and it was a prereq. And since I was in the area, I did decide to go ahead and complete Witch's House for an easy 4 quest points and 6.3k hit points XP, bringing me up to level 42 hit points. After sabotaging a potion, we have completed the Black Knight's Fortress quest, giving us 2,500 coins and 3 quest points. And now we are going to go ahead and start the Recruitment Drive quest immediately. And there you have it, the Recruitment Drive quest completed, giving us 1k Prayer, Herblore, and Agility XP. Now, the Agility XP is the main reason I did this quest, because that does play into the next phase of my plan. Also got 3,000 coins, and we can now wear Initiate. And I do think I am going to pick up some Initiate, because this is going to be my best Prayer armor until I unlock Proselyte a little bit later down the line. That also gives us 10 Herblore, 14 Agility. There you have it. 1 quest point, 2k Woodcutting XP, and 8 Law Runes. Always nice to have Law Runes. And that gets us to level 13 Woodcutting. The reason that I wanted to get this done right now is because I do need to get 10 Fletching for the Tourist Trap quest, which is what I will be doing next. And I figured it would be a lot easier to start getting these Fletching levels if I had a little bit higher Woodcutting level. So I will be fletching for a little while. Alright, and there we go, 10 fletching. I decided to go ahead and finish this off using feathers on arrow shafts to create headless arrows. Go ahead and get Tourist Trap done. And while we are on our way to start the Tourist Trap quest, we did just get the notification that our kitten has grown up into a full-grown cat, so that is awesome. We will go ahead and turn that into death runes momentarily. Alright, after shoving a woman into a barrel, we have now completed the Tourist Trap quest. And we are going to go ahead and use these rewards on Agility, which should give us, yes, level 28, which is perfect because we needed level 25 to complete the Grand Tree quest. But there you go. Tourist Trap completed, 2 quest points, Agility XP, and we can now craft darts. Okay, there we have it. The Grand Tree quest completed, 5 quest points, 18.4k attack XP, 7.9k agility, and 2.1k magic XP. Also getting access to the gnome gliders, which is great. So that gives us level 33 agility, level 44 attack. Let's move on to the next phase of our plan. Okay, Merlin's Crystal done, 6 quest points, and Excalibur. Let's get Holy Grail knocked out. Alright, and after talking to King Arthur, we should be done with the Holy Grail quest. gives us 11,000 prayer experience and 15.3k defense experience. Absolutely massive. So this fully rounds out my plan from the previous episode, because with 45 prayer, I now have Mystic Might and Eagle Eye unlocked, which are basically my best range and mage boosts until I get to the Royal Titans. So that is absolutely massive. And then it got me all the way to level 31 defense. Now that is awesome, but I am not quite done yet. I am moving into the last phase of my plan. And just like that, we have completed Dragon Slayer 1, giving us 2 quest points, 18.6k strength and defense XP, and the ability to equip the rune plate body. I am going to be purchasing the rune plate because since the release of Perilous Moons, I'm going to be skipping obtaining the fighter's torso. So rune plate body will be my best in slot until I hit 70 defense for Barrows. And then once I get the Barrows, I can go over to Perilous Moons and get the Blood Moon armor. 39 strength and 39 defense, along with 52 combat. One thing I totally didn't notice was during the Elvark fight, I did get 51 magic, which means we now have unlocked the Artie teleport, which is absolutely great. Alright, and due to poor planning, I realized that I needed to do a couple of more quests before I got to the final part of my plan. So there we go, X marks the spot completed. Let's go ahead and complete Client of Current. Alright, and just like that, we have completed the Client of Current. Now technically I didn't need to complete this quest because I really only needed X marks the spot to gain access to Corin so I could go to Port Piscarilius and get this raw shark. But nonetheless, we did get 2 antique lamps, the Corin Castle teleport, which is actually really nice to have, gives us easy access to this side of the map, and the Cardes Memoirs, which we will need to fill up via the other quests in this area, but we will get to those a bit later. But let's go ahead and throw these on Herblore and see where that leaves us. Alright, level 15 Herblore, not bad by any means. Alright, we are now completing One Small Favor Part 1, aka the Fremenic Trials, giving us 3 quest points, 2800 XP in Strength, Defense, Attack, HP, Fishing, Thieving, Agility, Crafting, Fletching, and Woodcutting. 43 HP, 19 Fishing, 26 Thieving, 34 Agility, 33 Crafting, 19 Fletching, 26 Woodcutting, and a total level of 525. So the plan now is to go and make some money, buy the full rune armor set, and then I'm going to go over to the Gemstone Crab in Valarmore and start leveling my melee stats. Another reason I wanted to complete the Fremenic Trials is because I wanted to have access to the Berserker Helm. The Berserker Helm is going to be my best in slot helmet until I get to the Helm of Knight's Knot or the Slayer Mask later on once I start training my Slayer. Now I may come back for the Archer and Farseer Helm too if I feel like I need them, but my main focus right now is the Berserker Helm. But since it requires 45 defense, I can't even wear it yet, so I will come back and snag one of these when I can actually equip it. Alright, I'm back with 278 Ready Clips wines. We're going to go over here and dump them in the shop for a grand total of 194k. Alright, that brings us up to a total of 288k in the bank. And after fighting off an insurrection, we have completed the Twilight's Promise quest, giving us 3000 thieving XP, the ability to use Quetzals, which is the real reason I did this quest, and of course the Fortis teleport when we unlock it in a few magic levels. Alright, and of course I missed the pop-up, but 40 defense coming in hot. We can now equip Rune Armor. Super big milestone for the account because Rune is pretty much going to be our best in slot until we get to Barrows. But yeah, somebody who has never been to the Gemstone Crab before, I have to say this is such an amazing addition to the game. Being able to have this semi-AFK way to train your combat stats is just incredible. I mean, we have people here of all levels training. We have people training mage, training range. Overall, it's just very cool to see, and I cannot wait to keep using these new methods to keep progressing the account. While I was AFKing at the Gemstone Crab, I did get level 55 magic, meaning I unlocked the Fortis teleport, which is awesome because it gives me an easy way to access Varlamore, and more importantly, high alchemy, which will now allow me to turn any monster drops into cold hard cash. I also started leveling up my combat stats and got my strength level to 60. The current plan is to get level 65 attack and 65 strength so I can go to the warrior guild and start grinding out my defenders. All the while I will be leveling up to level 60 defense so I can equip the dragon defender when I eventually get there. I'm not gonna lie, doing this quest without stamina potions or energy potions was extremely slow and very frustrating, but with all that being said, we have now completed the Death Plateau quest, giving us 3k attack XP, and more importantly, the final piece to the puzzle. Alright, and that brings us to the end of episode 3. I feel like we made a ton of progress in this episode. We completed a bunch of quests, leveled a bunch of skills, got our combat stats pumping, and more importantly, we finally upgraded our armor so we don't look like a complete noob. Anyways guys, if you did enjoy this video, please consider dropping a like, subscribe to the channel for future content and the rest of this series, and if you're feeling really crazy, go ahead and join my Discord to stay connected. As always, my name is Glazed, and I will see y'all in the next one.